John Huffines. Welcome back, sir. How you doing?
I'm fantastic, Mark. I really am. I'm a blessed man. I hope you're doing well today.
Doing superbly. So let's help everybody out, because I will tell you that the interest in this race and the presence of three pretty big names in it will have a lot of people paying attention to the controller's race, maybe for like the first time ever. So let's start with Controller 101. What is that job?
Mark, it is the chief financial officer for the state of Texas. And it affects all Texans and the taxpayers. It's responsible for collecting all the state taxes and managing the money, and it is it has to do be the revenue estimator for the legislature. The comptroller is a much more important position than people realize. It has over 3,000 employees. It's got its own law firm almost in house. Its own police force. It's very important. And the main thing it does, Mark, is it puts eyes and ears on where our taxpayer dollars are going.
Is your desire to hold that office part of the many conversations you and I have had, namely that you think there's a lot of our tax dollars going in places they shouldn't go, and that maybe a desire to have our tax dollars devoted more properly?
Well, absolutely. Look, Mark, my campaign is DOGE in the state of Texas. And with that's simple. That means we're going to audit government. We're going to expose fraud, waste, and abuse. And I'm going to fight like heck to return the savings to taxpayers, and particularly in property tax relief.
So let's go to the race, sort of where this begins. The reason there's some folks, you and some other folks who are going to be running, is Glenn Hagar, who's been controller since, I want to say 2015. He is stepping down to become chancellor of the Texas A&M University system. Why does he have to? Is there some deadline by which he's got to get out? I think he's stepping down like next month. Why does he have to come out so early?
I'm not sure about that, but I tell you, he is stepping down, and he is going to take over that job on July 1st, is my understanding on that. And so this is an open seat. It's a regular scheduled primary for March 3rd. This coming up March 3rd, regular scheduled Republican primary, and that's where the battle is. And look, Mark, this race is almost over. I'm not talking about the hypotheticals of who's going to get in it, and I'm not talking about the competition. I'm talking about the fact that I have secured absolutely the grassroots. I mean, I've got the path to victory. The grassroots is behind me. You just wouldn't believe the endorsements that I've received. It's just unprecedented. Ted Cruz came out.
Let's do it. Senator Cruz, Charlie Kirk, Vivek has decided he wants to get in and be with you. Ron Paul, Riley Gaines, Matt Gaetz, Congressman Wesley Hunt. It is an impressive list.
It really is. And one I'm really proud of, Mark, is I have 75% of the SREC, the State Republican Executive Committee. And that's unprecedented in a competitive primary. I've got the National Committee man and woman, Robin and Debbie. I mean, the Republican Party Executive Committee is a big deal. I mean, they represent all the Senate districts. I've got all the grassroots organizations. I've got good conservatives. It really is phenomenal. Texas Right to Life, Texas Homeschool Coalition, the Gun Owners of America, Moms for America, Moms for Liberty, just to name a few. If I was going to name them all, we'd be here for an hour.
Indeed so. So let's go to another list, and that's the list of people who are in there with you, because a primary is about whom do we pick on the 3rd of March. Christy Craddock, who's on the Railroad Commission, she's running. And so with the vacancy, with Glenn Hagar coming out, the governor needs to appoint somebody, and it appears that he's going to appoint Senator Kelly Hancock. I assume that means Kelly's running. Is that problematic that he's doing that? Is he? I mean, what's your thought on Kelly's going to have this gig apparently in the interim, which is probably a little bit of a nice thing to have if you're running for that. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I don't know if Kelly Hancock, I don't know who's going to get in the race. I really don't. And I'm not going to speak of the hypotheticals. I don't think it's going to help any of them because I've got the base behind me. And I'm going to DOGE Texas. We're going to root out fraud, waste, and abuse, and I'm going to find out where our money's going. This money belongs to the taxpayers. It belongs to you, it belongs to me, and I'm going to find out where we're spending it. And if anybody's abusing it, they better watch out, because I'm going to be coming after them. And Mark, how important it is to do this let me just point out, you remember when I was in the Senate that I uncovered the corruption at Dallas County Schools, not Dallas Independent School District. One agency. Mark, that was one agency. They had a countywide tax in Dallas County. They had an elected board in Dallas County and way over $100 million annual budget. And I single-handedly started digging into them and got the Texas Rangers involved and the FBI involved. And 6 people went to jail, including Dwayne Caraway, pro tem of the City Council of Dallas. And I shut them down overnight. And there was 2,000 people working there. The reason I bring that up is how important it is to really dig in to where our money is going. I mean, we have over 200 state agencies in the state of Texas, and that was one agency. We're spending $500 million a day, every single day in Texas. That's $350,000 every minute of every day, 24 hours a day. And I'm going to root out fraud, waste, and corruption. I'm going to make sure that we know where our money is going, where the Texas taxpayer money is going. And
this seems like a lot more active. I mean, the controller is a job that tends to hardly get any headlines at all. There are plenty of important jobs that don't. Sounds like you're looking at coming in. I mean, the whole DOGE concept, very Elon flavored. Let's look for all kinds of waste and fraud and abuse. Sounds like you're going to be sort of an out there, a very present and in the headlines controller, doing some things. Do you believe that as you that if you win and you are doing these things, will it be in complete harmony with Governor Abbott, Lieutenant Governor Patrick, the Texas legislature, or might there be some hurdles as you go about these noble tasks?
Well, one thing's interesting about the comptroller's office, the way the old cowboys set this deal up when they wrote our state constitution, is the comptroller reports to who hired him, and that's the voters, that's the people. The comptroller is ultimately responsible to the taxpayers, to the voters, and that's what I'm going to do. Look, I'm going to work with the governor. I love to work with the legislature, and whatever guardrails they put on the comptroller's office, of course, I'm going to obey those and work with them. But also, I've got to work for the taxpayer. I'm a taxpayer champion. And Mark, look, and I've got the receipts to prove that. I don't need a new job. I'm being very blessed in my life. I'm doing this because of my love for Texas. And to that very point, according to the Secretary of the Senate, I'm the only elected office holder in the history of the state of Texas that never took any money from the government. No pay, no pension, no per diem, no health care, no nothing. And I'm going to do the same as comptroller, because I work for the taxpayer.
As a last thing, I'm taken back to the conversations you and I have had when you were in the Senate and the conversations that we had when you were running for governor, and so very, very many of them were about property taxes. You are a singular soldier saying things when not many people were saying them. Now it seems like almost everybody is saying them, and that is these little around the edges property tax relief. Don't break your arm patting yourself on the back. We will not be truly free until property taxes are done away with. Do you believe we're moving closer to that? And what kind of an advocate can you be for that continued passion in the controller's office?
Well, I appreciate that, and I will take a victory lap on that fact. I have really focused on that issue, and I brought it to the forefront for everyone in the state of Texas, because Texans are tired of renting their property from the government. It's as simple as that. I will do everything I can to make sure the savings that I find across the state of Texas is put to property tax relief. It's simple as that. I'm never going to give up on that fight. I'm not comptroller is not a legislative position. This is more of a CFO position. But I can tell you, I'll do everything and use every tool I can to make sure we put all savings back to the taxpayer.
The website for more info is donhuffines.com. Couldn't be simpler. Love talking to you, Don. I know we will be as the race progresses. Always a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you very much.
My pleasure. That's Don Huffines, donhuffines.com for his candidacy for controller.